Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Sunday, so we're going to be solving the Guardian's Quiptic Crossword number 1391, set by Pangakupu. Looks like we've got some long answers on the outskirts. Let's try and start a little bit more centrally. Let's try this one. Right, be emotional after promotional item in church season. Well, the promotional item would be an ad, and if you are emotional, you would vent to get Advent for church season. Right, no repeats after translating language. Translating probably an anagram indicator. Language is 8 letters, maybe it's no repeats. Yeah, that's 9. Language, is it going to end in AN? Not European. Oh no, it's actually Esperanto for the language. Okay, let's have a look at this. A member bringing in friend for Quango, for example. I believe Quango, for example, is going to be the definition. I don't actually know what a Quango is. Bringing in friend, maybe a pal is inside of something, a member. Singular A there, probably going to be A at the start. Yeah, I'm not sure what a Quango is, to be honest. Short extract from Easter service. That's a hidden clue. We've got terse, hidden between Easter and service for short. I'm still not sure what that is. Okay. Vehicle experimenter's tool wrecked the cars way before misleading move. I'm thinking vehicle experimenter's tool might be a crash test dummy. Wrecked will be an anagram. Let's play crash test dummy. So the cars is wrecked. Way before. I think a misleading move will be a dummy. So we've got the cars. We've got a H there though. And an extra T. No, we've got the H already. Okay, it's going to be crash test dummy. It's going to be a anagram of at least the cars. I think way might be street. And then that's before the dummy, the misleading move. Oh, is a Quango an acronym of something? Not sure what, but we've got A there, and a member is M, and those are bringing in a crony for friend. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Rely on army demo to spoil computer data. That's going to be memory, so it's going to be a anagram. A spoiled version of rely on army demo. I think that's read-only memory. Okay. Right, on fire and sexy. Absorbing English writing skill. Well, if something's on fire, it's lit. And racy is sexy. And that's absorbing E for English to get literacy for writing skill. Right, puts out. Duke puts out. Out is probably going to be an anagram indicator. So we've got D for Duke, and then we've got an anagram of puts to get disrupts, which would be putting someone out, disrupting. Right, monks requiring long robes, a difficult request. That's going to be a tall order, play on words, more monks part of an order. Right. Looks longingly at bit of ginger in battered soul. Battered anagram soul with a bit of ginger, the first letter of the G, to get ogles, i.e. looks longingly at. Flat party needing change of direction at the outset. Well, if something's flat, it's level, and we're taking the L instead of an R for revel for party, because it needs a change of direction left right at the outset. Let's go to this one. Work as postman, hated getting up. Well, if you work as a postman, you deliver. And yeah, if we reverse that, reviled would be hated, but it's getting up, i.e. reversed. Okay, we're getting through this bottom half fairly quickly. Let's go. Clear anger shown by daughter, exhausted. Well, daughter is D at the end. Definition's going to be exhausted, so it's going to be RED. Maybe anger is ired. So we need something for clear here. Tired, like exerted, not tired, exhausted rather. Oh, overtired. So overt is clear, and then anger is ire, and then we've got D for daughter to get it overtired for exhausted. Right, glum, single fellow losing heart. Well, single would be soul, and then a fellow would be a man, but it's losing its heart, i.e. the inner letter, to get solemn for glum. Right, hurried up, supported by judge to tell story. Maybe we need a word for hurried and reverse that. Supported by judge. Judge can just be J, but it seems like it wouldn't be, because supported suggests that it's going to be on the bottom somewhere, so maybe we need another word for judge. Not exactly an abbreviation for just J. Let's have a look at this one. In the Bible, you will accept king or triumvirate. Is that how you say it? It's going to be free, right? Can't pronounce it, but I know what it means. Because I think in the Bible, yeah, you is the, and it's accepting R for king. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, sorry, I don't know how to spell free, do I? There we go, not there. Right, striker in soccer game. Well, that's a double definition. A soccer or football game is a match, and a striker would be a match like out of a matchbox. So I'll go back to this one. Oh, hurried would be ran, but it's reversed to get NAR, and that's supported by rate. To rate is to judge, yeah, and to narrate is to tell a story. Right, picked up source of reek, entering near the ceiling. Picked up be a homophone, source of reek, like an odor. Entering near the ceiling. Let's come back to that one. Let's go to this one. Right, appearance of Bond's boss in Germany shows quick thinking. Well, Bond's boss is M. We've got an M there. In Germany. Quick thinking. Let's come back. I bat first. Training at school. Brought in single run. Do we have an I there? Could that be like in? About first training, like ed. At school. School could be SC. Brought in single run. That could just be like an R for run inside of it. No, let's have a look at this. Surrounded by low light, loves to snog. What would a low light be? Low could be like moo. Light, maybe LED. Snog, like kiss. Let's come back. Excellent meals with bite, possibly. Might be a anagram of bite with something for meals to get excellent. No, let's go 11 across. Way of speaking I'd associate with man. Well, if it starts with ID, I'd thinking idiom, but how does that... Idiom is a way of speaking, but how does that relate to associated with man? I mean, M could be man, but how do we get IO associated in on? Yeah, I'm not sure. Extracts, what's allowed between bridge opponents? I think the definition is going to be extracts. What's allowed, like let or something legal, something licit. What are bridge opponents though? Question mark. I'm not sure. Right, blunt, use blunt to anagram this answer. I think we need a anagram of maybe use blunt, which is 8 letters. What's another word for blunt? No, not seeing it. Let's have a look at this one. 1 pro-ring, clumpiest ores, dug up, gold, silver, etc. I think dug up is going to be an anagram. Let's see how many letters clumpiest ores is. Maybe with I for 1 in it. That's 13 plus I would be 14. I'm thinking precious metals for gold, silver, etc. Yeah. Precious metals. Maybe the... Yeah, because we don't have an A here. Yeah, I think 1 is A instead of I. That should help. Maybe it's something unsharpened, unsubtle. Yeah. Okay, for blunt. Right, by the sound of it, inclined to interfere in the mix. Meddle would be to interfere. I don't know if by the sound of it. Mix could be a medley. Medley, I'm not sure which one could be. Or maybe we're anagramming meals as well. What would that be? Not seeing it yet. Let's just do this one if we can. Life perturbed, 16 attending church. Well, a perturbed, a disrupted, a anagrammed, 16, and then that's followed by CE for church. Okay. Oh, estimable. Yeah, so I think this leaves it with being medley. Not sure, quite sure how that works, but yeah, let's look at 15 squared for that one. Is it like elixirs for extracts? Let's have a look at this one again. Oh, quick thinking would be presence of mind. So I think an appearance is presence of, yeah, appearance of Bond's boss would be presence of M, and then we literally have in there and D for Germany. Okay. D Deutschland. Right, okay. Could be elixirs. Oh, elicits would be to extract, yeah, to elicit. Yeah, and what's allowed is licit. Bridge opponents, though. ENS, I'm not actually sure what that is. Again, we'll check 15 squared. Oh, I'm guessing to snog would be to canoodle. Surrounded by low light. Oh, low light would be candle. And then loves, yeah, 2 O's, that's a good one. Are inside of it, yeah. Okay. I picked up would be overheard. Source of reek. Entering near the ceiling. Oh, I think near the ceiling would be overhead, and then we have the source of reek that are inside of it. And yeah, picked up to be overheard. Oh, I bet first would be an opener. How do we pass that though? I'm not sure. Again, we'll check 15 squared. Check all. Yep, all good. Let's head over to 15 squared. Quiptic. Okay, yeah, we got presence of mind. Okay, IOM is Isle of Man, okay. Yeah, medley, a sound-alike clue by the sound. Oh, medley, okay, right. I didn't know. Medley. Is meddlesome a word? Maybe I'd use that. Or just nosy. Right, what else couldn't I... Yeah, I was right. The car's anagrammed and then street is for the way. E and S, who would be opponents on the game of bridge. I've never played bridge, so... Yeah. Right, opener, an insertion of PE training at school in 1. Yeah, single, and R for run. Okay. Yeah. Quango is an acronym for Quasi-Autonomous Non-Governmental Organization. Right, interesting. Okay, cool. Nice easy one for Sunday. I'll leave it there. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.